Now, I'm not gonna lie, this episode was surprisingly good. I mean, it still had Junior Jetpack, but both him and LarryBoy contribute the same when it comes to crime fighting. Just so you know, I wasn't as insulted as I was in the Junior Jetpack episode, but I still kind of missed something like doable, such as For the Honor of LarryBoy. So LarryBoy and Junior Jetpack are back. back. And they want to make their partnership official by holding a day called Duo Day. But then they argue about who's the best superhero. Well, I can answer that question. The correct answer is LarryBoy. He has a larger hero resume than this newbie. Meanwhile, Potato is up to no good again. But this time, he decides to fire his entire workforce because he wants to start using robotic appliances to take over the Veggie Town. I have a feeling that this could backfire, and I'll tell you why. Apparently, they're controlled by a universal remote, which surprisingly controls stuff like the LarryMobile and Junior's jetpack. They never explain why that is, but hey, it's a kids show. Nobody in the world is going to question that. LarryBoy and Junior soon realize that they need each other's help to stop Potato and the machines from taking over. Well, okay, this was a unique concept. I mean, this was an idea that I could totally get behind. And I can honestly say that this duo is way better than the one in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where LarryBoy and Dark Crow had very little time to connect with each other, because the majority of the time was spent on them hating each other, so there was really no compatibility there. Here, our heroes do argue, but they're able to learn their lesson, and they sing a song about being compatible with each other. By the way, the song isn't too bad either. It was kinda cool. Also, Potato has a really good evil plan this time. Like, taking over the town with machines? You know, I was half expecting him to team up with somebody like Dr. Blowhole, because that would have made the episode even more badass. But this was still good regardless. It just takes getting to know Potato, which merits him doing something this great as a supervillain, you know? Now, the action for the most part was decent. Like when LarryBoy and Junior are fighting the appliances, they have some really cool moves. I mean, they must have had a really good choreographer that overlooked these stunts. You know, I just wish that the heroes would shut up during the fighting. Like, one of them straight up says out of nowhere, "Taco Tuesday," which clearly had nothing to do with what they're doing. Like, if they were fighting giant tacos, then I would understand the phrase. But instead, they're fighting machines, so no tacos. Well, hang on. That would be a good concept for a LarryBoy episode. Him fighting giant tacos. So I guess the only thing wrong with this episode was Potato's decision to fire his staff. It's like, why would he fire his own staff? There's no reason behind it. Other than he has the machines to control with the universal remote, making them obsolete. To be fair though, he would have at least kept his workforce in case anything went wrong with the machines, which, as you can imagine, something does go wrong with the machines. And I'm not going to tell you how that is. Also, Bob the Tomato, I won't talk about much because he was just there to do his job. He's a voice of reason in this one, sure, but all he does after is bake a cake, smile, and try to be optimistic about things, so you get the idea. Overall, this episode was harmless. I would definitely put this in the same category as For the Honor of LarryBoy, although that episode is the better one. This one, I'll definitely give another watch. Like I said, both heroes put in the same amount of effort in this one. So this was a big relief after watching the Junior Jetpack episode, and I'm definitely gonna need this relief because the next one is just weird.